Have a nice day. Today is Saturday, 20th of April 2024. Saturday is 20th April, marking marijuana culture's high holiday, with cannabis users across the globe set to come together and light up in the honor of 420. The annual event is observed as a means of celebrating marijuana use as well as the campaigning for its legislation in parts of the world where it's prohibited. Starting the newspaper analyst with the newspaper, The Hindu states that despite heat wave of his first of Lok Sabha polls registered 62.37% polling. People lined up at the polling booth waiting to cast their vote at the government high school Manali during the Lok Sabha elections in Chennai on April 19, 2024. Incidents of violence were reported from Manipur, West Bengal, and Chhattisgarh. Tripura saw the highest turnout at 80.17% and Bihar the lowest 48.2%, according to the Election Commission. The voter turnout in the first phase of the Lok Sabha polls on April 19, which sealed the fate of the candidates in 102 constituencies across 21 states, was 62.37%. The Hindu newspaper also states that the battle over Adivasi identity, a statue of the 16th century tribal icon Rana Punjab Bill in Udaipur, Rajasthan. The BJP-led union government is making several efforts to reclaim the lost stories of Adivasi resistance movements in order to build a nationalistic tribal identity, believing that the Adivasi identity is being appropriated by Sangh Parivar. The indigenous communities of Rajasthan and Jharkhand are attempting to counter these narratives, reports Abhinay Lakshman. In the tribal belts of Udaipur, Banswara and Dangpur, in the southernmost tip of Rajasthan, small signboards dot the dusty highways, which led into settlement of the Bhil Adivasi people. The signboards are mostly painted by hand and often featuring a drawing of the 16th century tribal icon Rana Punjab Bhil, among the people in the settlements or as belonging to the Adivasi Parivar. The Hindu newspaper also states that BJP helping other priorities behind the scenes in Kashmir. Umar Abdullah, former J&K Chief Minister Umar Abdullah. BJP has not been able to win hearts in Kashmir. Decisions made in 2019 have angered and alienated the people in the valley, said the former Chief Minister. Former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister and the National Conference Vice President Umar Abdullah on Friday said the BJP has decided not to field a candidate in Kashmir, but has not left the field open and is helping others in the valley. According to the Hindustan Times newspaper, states that in close relationship with Israel can help address tensions. Iranian Ambassador Iraj Elahi. Iranian Ambassador Iraj Elahi said Iran has never sought to spread war and harm civilians. New Delhi, India can help address the tensions in the West Asia in a view of its relations with Iran and Israel and take an active role in preventing Israeli aggression. Iranian Ambassador Iraj Elahi said on Friday against the backdrop of the further escalation in the region amid reports of an Israeli drone strike within Iran. Elahi sought to play down the matter and said in an interview with the Hindustan Times that there was no military operation in the Isfahan and other cities, headed experts. At the Kanka district encounters hide signs of fire's last stand. A blood shell locked inside a train near the encounter spot in Kanka. Shells of blood both on the ground and logged in trays. A grenade from an under-barreled grenade launcher shows a blood-stained clothes left behind in the hurry. The spot of the encounter that has left 29 motorists dead in Chhattisgarh's Kanka district on Tuesday is strewn with the signs of the Friday's exchange between the insurgents and security forces that they raged for over the 4 hours. The exchange of fire marked the most significant single incident below to the rebels in the 8 years and biggest ever in Chhattisgarh. Hindustan Times also states that Vice Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi to be India's next Chief of Naval Staff. Vice Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi. Vice Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi will be the India's next naval chief when he takes over from the Admiral R. Hari Kumar on April 30, as the latter retires after heading the Indian Navy for 2 years and 5 months. The central government announced on Thursday night. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, Consumer Protection Regulator asks FSI to probe claim against Nestle. The National Commission of Protection of Child Rights (NCPCR) has also taken note of the report and issued a notice to the FSI. CCPA and FSI took a look into the claim of the Swiss NGO against Nestle. Gains in disinflation achieved over the last 2 years have to be preserved. Reserve Bank of India Governor Shaktikant Das voted for keeping the policy repo rate unchanged and to continue with the focus on withdrawal of the accommodation. Reserve Bank of India Governor Shaktikant Das said looking ahead, the baseline projections show inflation moderating to 4.5% in 2024-25 from 5.4% in 2023-24 and 6.7% in 2022-2023. From banking and finance point of view, SEBI proposes framework for periodized discovery of investment companies. The markets regulator has sought comments from various stakeholders by May 10, 2024. SEBI chairperson Madhabi Puri Bhatt. Oil ships slips after Iran plays it down. Reported Israeli attack produces down 4% on a week so far as tensions has eased and the Tehran indicated no plans for retaliation. Oil slipped on Friday following an earlier price spike of more than $3 after Iran played down reported Israeli attacks on its soil, in a sign that an escalation of hostilities in the Middle East might be avoided. Iran is the third largest oil producer in the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries (OPEC), according to the Reuters data. Going towards the world news, including 3 Russian parachute from the stratosphere to the North Pole. French and Lebanese leaders discuss effort to quell Hezbollah-Israel clashes. Person in flames outside the New York courthouse where Trump trial underway. 3 California police officers charged in 2021 death of a man in custody. Ukraine-Israel advances in the rear house vote as the Democrats help Republicans push it forward. President Xi launched the Information Support Force for Chinese military and new wing to fight cyber wars. Now going towards the science and technology from artificial intelligence point of view. Meta Artificial Intelligence is the most intelligent, freely available artificial intelligence assistant, says Mark Zuckerberg. Meta, in its bid to steer ahead of its peers in the generative artificial intelligence arms race, has introduced a slew of upgrades. CEO Mark Zuckerberg reveals the features of the Llama 3 and the company's vision. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg delivers his speech as the latest artificial intelligence appears on screen at the Meta Connect event at the company's headquarters in Menlo Park, California, United States. Purple is the new green of alien life, finds new study. Purple is the most likely to be color of alien life instead of a green, finds a new study. Artist's impression of Neptune like the exoplanet. Rocket Lab set to reuse Electron rocket for the first time. Rocket Lab has for the first time put a recovered Electron rocket first stage back in the production line in a preparation for its second flight. Technicians recovering a Rocket Lab launch a vehicle from the sea. At last, there is a famous quotation said by Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. Birth anniversary 18 July 1918 up to 5 December 2013. Was a South African anti-apartheid activist, politician, and statesman who served as the first president of the South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He was the country's first black head of the state and the first elected in a fully representative democratic election. His government focused on dismantling the legacy of apartheid by fostering racial reconciliation ideologically. An African nationalist and socialist, he served as the president of the African National Congress Party from 1991 to 1997. Mr. Mandela says a famous quotation. He says that there can be no greater gift than that of giving one's time and energy to help others without expecting anything in return. Okay, thank you.